Guru Busters!
Welcome back to Fake Trader Fails. This series shines a light on the murky world of fake sports traders, showing you just how they stumble over their own misinformation, make glaring errors, or deliberately try to deceive their viewers. Today we turn our attention to a video from Betfair trading community. This channel is a hotbed of incompetence and deception, and it's painfully obvious to any real trader within just 60 seconds of enduring their dribble. Listening to them without a purpose like creating an exposed video is a torturous experience. But I braced myself and watched their most popular video, How to Pick the Best Matches for Laser Draw, Football Trading Strategy. To say it's laughable is an understatement. It's downright pitiful. But let's dive into the video and break down where and how their supposed expertise falls apart. So this laser draw strategy is supposedly a 16 years battle-tested way of selecting the most profitable matches to trade on. How is it supposed to work? You filter for games that have the home favorites under 2.0, the draw price under 4.5, the home team scored first in 70% of their home games, and the away team conceded first in 70% of their away games. Then laser draw pre-play. First off, if you are still fooled into thinking you can snag pre-play value with this kind of simplistic approach, you need to watch our Trading the Market Exposed video. It will open your eyes to the harsh reality that with a rudimentary system like this, you are just cannon fodder for the sharp traders out there. Second, the only stats used here are who scored first and who conceded first. Who scored first is not, I quote, the most overlooked stat ever in football. Please, it's not just overlooked, it's utterly irrelevant. The fact that a team scores first is mostly a function of its strength, which can be inferred from the odds, and pure randomness. Teams don't magically score or concede first more frequently than others of similar strength. I challenge every viewer. Try to find a team that, given its strength, scores first significantly more often than it should. You won't find one, because it doesn't exist. It's all randomness. In just a moment, I'll show you exactly how this randomness plays out. And thirdly, 16 years. Please, if this approach ever worked, which is a huge if, the markets have evolved and adjusted long ago. These claims of a long-term successful strategy are laughable and show a fundamental misunderstanding of dynamic trading environments. Alright, let's tear into this ludicrous method further. He picks the match Derry City against Dundalk based on his hilarious odds criteria, and then decides to check who scored first stats before quickly discarding the game because the numbers didn't appeal to him. Here's the deal. These values are utterly random and have zero predictive strength. We are talking about a sample size of 7 games. 7. That's not just insufficient, it's downright pathetic. Consider this. An odds-on but not heavy favorite typically has about a 60% chance of scoring first. Even a rudimentary football model can confirm this general probability. I actually checked the odds for Derry City in their 7 home games before, and indeed there were odds-on favorites on average. Given this, what's the expected outcome? We could simulate this, but frankly it's so basic we can calculate it exactly using the binomial distribution, a concept I hope you remember from our Trading the Market video. And what do we find? By sheer randomness, there's a 42% chance that Derry City scores first in more than 70% of these games, even so they only have a 60% chance of doing so each time. So this expert is basing his picks on what? A criterion that has a 42% chance of happening simply due to random variability? That's not a strategy. That's not analysis. It's throwing darts blindfolded and calling it precision. Consider if Derry City had not been clear favorites and only had a 50% chance of scoring first, there's still a 22.7% chance they would score first in more than 70% of the games. Even if we are nearing the end of the season with the home team having played 15 home games, the chaos of randomness still plays a huge role. There's more than a 20% chance that the team will score first in over 70% of these 15 games, purely by random chance. If you are basing any betting decisions on such flimsy metrics, you're not just mistaken. You're being fooled by randomness. Then his plan for trading out, again, complete nonsense. Here's a so-called strategy. If the home team scores first, get out. If the away team scores first, wait till the 80th minute, then get out. If it's 1-1, wait till the 70th minute, then get out. You can't generate value by mechanically doing something at certain minute marks. Trading isn't about setting an alarm for specific times and then making a move regardless of the context. You need to consider the odds. You need to consider in-play stats. You need an estimate for the true odds. You should know what's going on in the match. According to this genius method, the complexities of football trading boil down to a few timers. But football matches are dynamic, influenced by countless real-time factors that the clock simply can't capture. Imagine thinking that you can turn a profit in trading just by watching the clock tick down, like it's some magic jackpot machine that spits out money at the 70th or 80th minute. It completely ignores fluid factors like game momentum, player substitutions, injuries, or strategic changes by the teams. This isn't strategy, it's barely even a guesswork game. It's like trying to win a chess match by moving your pieces at random times decided in advance, without looking at the board. Absolutely ridiculous. The next slice of comedy comes from a blunder so epic it's already been pointed out by others, but it deserves our special attention because I can add even more context. So here it is. Our super trader blurred his account balance in the video, but slipped up in the editing, revealing a measly £59 in his account. His laughable excuse? It's supposedly a second account for testing. That's nonsense for a couple of glaring reasons. First, Betfair hasn't allowed multiple accounts for over a decade. I know because I had two accounts myself, one in euros and one in pounds, until Betfair shut the second one down. Second, the idea of using a test account is absurd. If you genuinely believe you have value, you don't mess around with peanuts. You go all in, deploying correct staking strategies based on the size of your bank. And to cap off this circus, he also shows us that he exited the bet at odds of 6.0, clearly clueless about what the true odds should be. This isn't just poor strategy, it's a masterclass in how to consistently bleed value from your bets. What we are seeing here isn't the work of a trader, it's the desperation of a gambler pretending to have a system. And finally, another piece of dreadfully terrible advice. He advises you should exit a bet if there's a red card. Why does this show he is absolutely clueless? Firstly, as I've drilled into previously, you cannot just blindly exit a bet without considering the odds. But here's where it gets even more damning. He claims he's been using this strategy for 16 years. Now, let me let you in on a little trading secret. There was a time when the market consistently underestimated the impact of a red card. Any seasoned real model-based football trader will back this up. Also, you will struggle to find such experts on YouTube, so you might have to trust me on this or perhaps consult with the folks at StarLizard. For a long while, red cards were expected to lead to more goals than the market predicted, indicating that the odds for a draw at 0-0 were priced too low. Thus, by bailing out after a red card, he was consistently racking up a negative value. This market bias doesn't exist anymore, but it did. And if this guy really followed his own advice for the last 16 years, his strategy would have bled money more efficiently than if he'd chosen his trades based on the daily horoscope. It's not just bad trading, it's financially suicidal. Time for a bonus fail, and this one is a direct gift from our delightful subjects. Under our last video, a viewer commented,
"Can you look into Betfair trading community? Same old crap every time from them. Expensive trading courses and overrated videos."
Their response,
"Dave, the fact we don't even sell any courses and haven't done for months shows what a lie this is and that you clearly have an agenda. Look forward to discrediting any more lies told about us in any future video done on us."
Curious, I checked their current website, which indeed shows no courses for sale. But their defensive comment led me to investigate further. Thanks to the Wayback Machine, it's clear they did indeed sell courses in the past. By responding as they did, they inadvertently directed me to uncover the truth about their previous offerings. Curiosity didn't stop there. I also used the Wayback Machine to check their YouTube channel. Interestingly, it seems they've now deleted most of their strategy videos, their most popular content. Now, why would they do that? Are they scared of something? Perhaps of being reported to action fraud? It's almost like trying to hide the evidence after the crime, isn't it? For those who feel misled or scammed by Betfair trading community's past courses, I echo my previous advice. I strongly encourage you to report this to Action Fraud, the UK police force's dedicated arm for fighting fraud and cybercrime. It's vital to bring these deceptive tactics to light and protect unsuspecting individuals from exploitation. Until next time.
Guru Busters!